It's important to keep in mind that there is a difference between resources and reserves. Reserves describe the amount of a substance that can be extracted with current technology at current prices. Resources, on the other hand, are an estimated value that researchers are confident in saying is present but may not be economically viable to extract for a variety of reasons. Brazil has been blessed or cursed with many unrenewable reserves. There are 388.7 billion cubic meters proven reserves of natural gas, 15.3 billion barrels proven reserves of crude oil, and 6,630 million tons of coal. Solely on coal, Brazil could power itself for 162 years with current reserves at current consumptive rates. According to the BP Statistical Review in 2014, it was reported that 146.5 million tons of oil were consumed per year by Brazil. Now that might seem like a lot, which it is, but if we compare per capita use with the United States, it can give us a bit of a perspective. In Brazil, 10 barrels are used per day per 1,000 people. In the United States, 61 barrels are used per day per 1,000 people. According to BP, Brazil consumes about 3.5 million tons oil equivalent of nuclear power. Also reported by BP, 39.6 billion cubic meters of natural gas are consumed yearly. 15.3 million tons of oil equivalent of coal are consumed every year. By far, the largest consumption in terms of finite resources is oil. Production of renewable energies are surprisingly prevalent in Brazil. A large part of Brazil's electricity comes from hydroelectric power. About 69% of all electricity comes from hydroelectric dams. Although dams may have many positive aspects like irrigation, flood control, water storage, and power, it's also important to consider the negative impacts like increased evaporation and decreased stream temperature, which will negatively impact native fish populations. Dams also block fish migration and restrict sedimentation from occurring, which blocks the flow of nutrients to ecosystems downstream. Ethanol is another renewable resource that has become an integral part of Brazil's economy. In fact, it is the second largest producer of ethanol in the world. In 2010, the EPA assigned Brazilian sugarcane ethanol as an advanced biofuel, which means that there is a 61% reduction in the total life cycle of greenhouse gas emissions. Solar, wind, and tidal power are all part of Brazil's energy sector, but they only make up a small portion. Solar deployment accounts for 0.01% of all Brazil's energy. Although this is such a small fraction of 1%, it's actually one of the highest indices in the world.